Howdy everyone, Cowy, your average sim racer here. It is round 4 for the Gen 3 Supercars in iRacing Season 1 2025. We are at a Brands Hatch on the GP layout for this round. This is the Chevy Camaro that I'm in. Haven't driven the Ford. For all intents and purposes, they are the same car, I believe. But I know that, you know, when the dash looks different, it can change the way things appear for you. And I know people used to swear that the Commodore could turn in better and the Ford was better on exit. But supposedly they're the same. Now, the thing about this track, it's quite a cool track to race. We should have some good battles around here. Can be hard to pass. But this week, the added caveat will be that there's about a 20 or a 30% chance of a wet session. So our first possibility of wet races this week for iRacing, and that should make it very interesting. So I will try and put a wet lap on the end of this track guide as well. No means I prefer, you know, offer to be a expert, but I'll show you what I try to do in the wet as well as the dry. Alright, coming up the last part of the lap here, we're going to brake at about 80, get the car turned in, and so you can really apply that throttle as early as possible as the car sort of compresses down the hill. Up here we're looking to brake in just inside the 150, back to forth, same thing again, we're trying to get in tight so we can start to apply throttle coming down the hill. Braking just before the 50, back to third. Be gentle on your accelerator, get the car turned in. Braking at the 50, back to third again. Oh, we saved it somehow. There we go. We're looking to brake at the 50 once again. Back to third, and you want to late apex this. Stay off the curbs if possible, because you can really get a good run coming over the hill. The car does get light. You get a dance sometimes. Alright, here we're braking at the 100, back to 5th, and it's all about trying to find the right pace you can carry through this corner. Miss the apex there. Just before 5th, back to 4th, get all the way up on that curb. Stop yourself running too wide. You'll be careful on the throttle there. Braking at the 100, looks like I went just out of the track limit there. Alright, and same thing here. You brake at the 50 at a lot of the corners around here. That corner there is cambered, so you don't want to take it too aggressive. Alright, and braking again at 80. Back to 4th. Get on the throttle as early as you can. And there is a lap of Brands Hatch. Right, let's try another one. Able to get on the throttle a bit earlier then. Braking at about 60, back to third. Oh, missed the apex a bit. Make up for it, maybe a little. You could probably stay in third there if you wanted to, but everyone knows I'm a shifter. Pretty close to the limiter there as well. Alright, see if I can improve this corner. Oh, almost binned it, but putting a wheel touch on the grass. Yeah, see, that just wrecked my line. That's going to be the corner where everyone's going to pick up the off tracks, I'm sure. You know, because it's going to be easy to run wide there. Same thing there too. Because I think I just did the same thing again that I did the lap before. Alright. So see how it's cambered, stay down in that camber as long as you can. You can really get the gas down, get it, good exit. For those mistakes, I'm only a couple of tenths off what I did before. So there's still pace to be found out here. I think the quick guys are down into the 26s already, I would think. This is a race setup, so 80 litres I think I started with.
29.527.
But you can really plant it there as the car comes down the hill. I'm going a bit deep there, maybe, I think. Or turn a bit earlier might help there, because I reckon there's some time for me to find. But as usual, I'll bring it round to the pit entrance.
Sector 1's quick.
I think we had one guy out here before into the 3-4K iRacing range, and I think he was doing 27s, but he was doing quality laps, I think. Or see that there, we almost ran wide. Try and turn in early here, I think. You can get away with that, but you don't want to run wide down there. Again, braking about the 100, turning nice and early.
Off the pace.
I think I can probably go through there a bit faster too, I would think. But look, as I've said before, guys, I don't profess to be an expert in this. Alright, coming up to the pit entrance. Again, you're braking about the same, but I find go back to third so you can stay in a bit tighter, and then you're looking to brake just before the fence to get it under the limit. Or maybe right at that tyre barrier there would be the spot. But as I've always said, you know, it's probably always good to err on the side of caution where you can coming into the pits. Alrighty guys, I would normally say thanks for watching and we'll see you next time. But let me reboot and put it in the wet and we'll see how that goes. Well, howdy everyone, I am back for the second half of this track guide, trying to do a lap or two in the wet around here at Brands Hatch in the Gen 3 Supercar. It is quite a tricky endeavour. Puddles, you know, lots of rubber on the track. I think I set the rubber to 65%, I think, for this section. The official practice servers are all still showing as dry at the moment. So I've had to create this as a test. Oh. And you can see just cold tyres. It's not liking it out here. But the key to driving in the wet is to try and stay away from the rubbered sections. Because where there's no rubber, that's where you're going to find some grip. And if you do need to go over those sections, that's where you start to minimise your inputs. So we're looking to brake at the inside there. Go back to fourth instead of fifth. Try and nurse it around that corner because it is quite tricky. Now here, even though this is still an outlap, we can talk about it. But there you see I had to go over that curb and I still ended up running wide there. So, you know, and again, here's another one where, you know, the rubber line there, it's going to be risky. Coming down here. Now you probably, instead of getting down into the camber, maybe sit a bit wider there. Alright, let's see how we go. Let's see if we can do a lap a bit faster. We're braking just inside the 100. Be wary because the car is quite slippery. We're trying to find anywhere we can get a bit of grip on the outside there of the corner. We're going to brake just before the 150 this time. Again, just try and nurse the car through. You can straddle both sides there, but you've got to be wary of those puddles. Get on the outside of this corner. I think it's a bit dry there. Lots of rubber on the inside of that corner. Same thing down here. And almost sort of skirting around the outside of the corner, but you've got to be so careful with those curves. Same thing up here, we're looking to brake at the inside, staying tight. Gentle with our application, trying to see if we can exit mid-track, or as far left as possible, where there might be a bit of grip. Alright, same thing down here, we're going to look to brake up the inside. And again, maybe brake a little bit earlier than we normally would. Back to fourth. Watch the curving. Watch the rubber. Again, we'll try and cut that corner, but you'll notice by the time I'm going through it, I'm sort of off the brake. I think we just cut that a bit too much by the looks of it too. Something here. Again, we're going to look to cut this corner. Alright, and again, we're braking about the same spot. Be careful here. The rear wants to go on you there. Alright, and final braking up the inside. Oh, so tricky, so tricky. I think that corner's going to test us all, every single lap in the wet.
It's quite rainy now, getting harder.
Alright.
42.919. Just a second fastest lap.
Let's try another lap. See if we can find a bit more pace. Nah. Oh, that's as far as we're getting. Alright, well, as you can see, guys, there's still plenty of work to be done in the wet. I think the quick guys are getting down probably into the high 30s, 37, 38. So, but it's pretty heavy rain out in this setup that I've put here. 30%, it might be a bit less rain, so we'll just have to see where it is. But it's very much a hunt for grip, and you're looking to try and get offline where you can, especially big, heavy braking areas. You don't want to do that on a heavy rubber line. Anyway, guys, this is Cowy Average Sim Racer signing off. If you are enjoying the videos, please give me a like and subscribe. But we'll see you out on track, and hopefully we can earn some iRating this week. Cheers, guys.